Hey everybody. Ooh, do I dare? Yes, I do dare. It's Mjoy here. I hope you're doing great, having an awesome day today. I am reaching out with another Mjoy Reads book report back. This is one, it has been hard for me. There's been like an emotional thing here with this one. And we can go into that. We can have a big talk about that, but that's like another video, or a phone call with my therapist, which I don't think you're allowed in on, so sorry. But, no, this book is called Secrets of Six-Figure Women, by Barbara Stanny. She goes by like Barbara Huskon now. I'm so sorry to be butchering her current name, but so much of her work that she's known for is like her name, Barbara Stanny, her original name, and she changed her last name when she got married fairly recently. But I'm a fan. I'm a Barbara fan, whatever her last name is. I love her. I have done a lot of spiritual, emotional work, specifically around money, my relationship to it, messages that I got about it growing up, from my family, but also just the world, and figuring out where I fit into that, right? So it's been very interesting. This book, I started it a very long time ago. It has literally taken me years to get through. I am grateful that once I felt the capacity to complete it, I just took the bulls by the horns, reviewed notes that I had written about the previous chapters that I already started, and then I just recently completed it back in March of this year. So I wanted to report back on it. Obviously, Barbara's writing is great because she gives you a lot of tactile action steps to take. I'm an action-oriented thing, or I'm a thing, yeah. I'm an action-oriented person. It's how I best problem solve and address issues. I'm a big thinker. I'm a creative and complex thinker. But at the end of the day, let's make a freaking to-do list and like chip away at this thing, whatever it is, right? That's my approach in life, usually, whatever it is. So I really appreciate her book. She's also put out Overcoming Underearning, which is another great book that I really resonated with. So I'm going to be quick, and I'm just going to read you my key takeaways from this book. But I do recommend this book if the struggle of under-earning at all resonates with you, if you feel like that might be you. And in fact, she's got some qualifiers here, okay, that I took notes on that I want to let you know what they are. Okay, so under-earning traits. Just if this resonates with you, either one of them, it's just good food for thought to consider. A high tolerance for low pay, underestimating your work and your contributions to whatever it may be, volunteering, work, your family, underestimating the value of your own work and contributions, willing to work for free. Now, that can be a charged one because there's a lot to giving away value, with like sort of like a unattached or detachment from an outcome. But these are just kind of like boiled down key things to keep in mind. Underearners avoid negotiating, conflict, judgmental about money. There's a certain nobility in poverty. So I thought that was interesting, and I know that does not resonate for everyone, right, who is actually experiencing poverty, but I have seen in some close relationships that I have a sort of like giving up on certain goals and kind of justifying hardships that they're in, instead of asking, hey, like, how could I address this in a more creative way that speaks more to my strengths and my values and a better life for me. So, there's a lot of nuance there, but so a sense of nobility and poverty. Self-saboteurs, I definitely resonate with that. They're codependent, and the last one, they live in financial chaos. So that could look like many things, but those are just some traits. And then if you resonate with any of those, it's a safe space. Share, because yeah, self-saboteur, like that definitely is one of the biggest ones for me. And then some higher earning traits, 6-figure traits as she calls it from the book. There's 8 of them here. 1, profit motivated. 2, there's like a nerve and audacity to you. 3, resilience. 4, encouragement. 5, self-awareness. 6, non-attachment. Again, no attachment to an outcome necessarily. 7, financial know-how, so financially literate and educated. And then 8, asks for help. God, that's such a thing for some of us, right? Is like being willing and humble enough to ask for help. So I really love that. And one of the things in the book that she says is like, hey, you may find that you're not just on one side of either fence. Like, we probably have a mix of under-earning traits as well as high-earning traits. So awesome. Take a look, take stock of where you want to grow and what strengths and assets you already have. So I love that. And then the last thing that I'll share with you are the 8 secrets that she got when she interviewed a handful of successful higher-earning women that much of the time they had a story of consistently undervaluing themselves or feeling silenced or feeling reserved. And then as soon as they gave themselves permission to speak up, to act up, to just manage up and all the upness that one can do, they saw results. And so that's what this book is. It's not only a map of tactile steps to take, but and action items, but also stories from women that are earning higher end of the 6-figure spectrum after not always doing that, not always being in that experience and then reaching that level. So super cool. So here are the secrets. There are 8. 1, financial success is possible in almost any field. And the lack of education that you may have, formal education, does not have to count against you. 2, working hard doesn't mean working all the time. Some feedback that I get from my manager sometimes is work smarter, not harder. So that one resonated. 3, focus on fulfilling your values rather than your financial gain. 4, loving what you do is much more important than what it is that you do. But loving what you do is more important. And I've heard people say, hey, just tell yourself that you love your job on some days when you need some encouragement or internal boost. To just tell yourself, hey, I love making cold calls. This is great. This is really fun. I love this. So I definitely have used that before too. 5, feel the fear, have the doubts, go for it anyway. That's one of my favorite ones ever. And that sank in years ago when I first picked up this book. 6, think in terms of trade-offs, not sacrifices, to find a workable equilibrium in your life. 7, sometimes you just have to shrug it off, whatever it is, and have a good laugh about something. And 8, appreciate abundance that you do have. So really be in gratitude about the things that you do have already, currently, right now, even if it feels rough. So thank you so much. I'm really grateful that I read this. There was someone that when I first picked this up, they meant completely well. And they were like a person in my circle. And they still are. But yeah, they said like, oh God, 6 figures. Like, that's such a buzzword to get people excited about money. And like, to make them think that they can do it. And I was like, wow, like, there's so many people that are earning 6 figures, like all around me. And they wear t-shirts just like I do. So I think it's within my reach. I do. And if you're on like the same side of the coin as me, and you want to earn 6 figures, I never have. It's my goal by the end of this year. So we'll freaking see. I'm going for it, obviously. And I want to support you in doing the same. And if you have hit the 6 little figgies all the way home mark, please talk about what supports you, what motivates you, and what your paths look like. I love talking about money, so please, whatever side of the coin you are on, wherever your perspective is, please share. I really mean that. I would love to hear where you're coming from. Okay, I love you guys. Barbara Stanny's Secrets of Six-Figure Women. Get it while it's hot.